It's weather for Weather Geeks time on this Tuesday. This is my daily web-only video that kind of goes in depth in both the short and the long term. Gives you a little extra. This is stuff you're not going to see on TV, where I've only got a few minutes to show you the weather situation each night. On these videos, I can prattle on for as long as I want, and I appreciate your patience and your interest when you check out these videos. I really do appreciate your input and your interest in what I do on social media and here on WFMJ.com and my weather blog, EricWFMJ.com. All right, what we're looking at here is the data for every day this month. We're almost halfway through the month, of course, and you'd be surprised. I was a little surprised when I looked at this data today. For the month, we are only 1.6 degrees below average. Seems like it's been a really cold month, but the last several days have really turned around those departures from average. Take a look at every day since the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. We've been well above average in terms of the temperature, the combination of the morning low and the daytime high. So that has erased the big deficit we got in earlier this month when, of course, we had our coldest weather in 20 years back on the 7th, a week ago today, actually, when it was 2 above for a high and 12 below for a low. So we've made up some lost ground there over the last several days. It's been a pretty rapid turnaround after that Arctic attack of last week. All right, let's talk about what's going on now. And after a gloomy start to the day, we've had some sunshine work in over the last several hours, a couple of hours anyway. I'm recording this at about 2:30 in the afternoon on this Tuesday, and it looks a lot better outside now than it did morning and midday today. Temperatures have been in the upper 30s most of the time. We'll rise another degree or two in most spots. The 2:30 temperature was 38 at the Youngstown Warren Airport. We're kind of in between systems today. Big rainmaker along the East Coast. This is what brought us our rain yesterday and last night. And then the next system, it's more of a snow producer right now across the Midwest where the air is colder. Here's system number 2 out here. This is going to pivot our way tonight, but the bulk of the moisture is going to miss us to the north. So see this kind of skinny line of rain and snow showers out in Indiana, Illinois. That's what's going to head our way tonight. So we're not looking at much tonight. There could be a quick rain shower, maybe a snow shower mixed in. That's going to about do it. This system will be pretty moisture starved as it pushes through. The bigger deal with this system is not the precip, it's the temperature. It's not remarkably cold behind this, but we're going to kind of get back to normal for January starting tomorrow behind this system. It's going to feel like mid-January should. Our average highs at this time of the year, around freezing, a little below freezing. Average lows, teens to around 20 or so. That's generally where we're going to be Wednesday right through Friday. Rest of the country, not much going on weather-wise. We've got our Midwest system here. We've got our East Coast system over here, and it's not bad elsewhere. No remarkable cold out there. Let me take off the radar on the satellite. Take a look at the temperatures. Even up in southern Canada, not remarkably cold right now. But we've got another batch of frigid, hideous air up here towards northern Canada and Alaska. Pieces of that are going to start to come south as we head through time. All right, so we've got our rain and snow shower activity around for parts of tonight. Not a big deal at all. I think Wednesday is going to be pretty uneventful. Could be a morning flurry. I think I'm going to make a dry forecast for the afternoon on Wednesday. Too much dry air around to really squeeze out much in the way of flurry activity. Not much wind on Wednesday, so just kind of an uneventful afternoon. A little bit breezier on Thursday. Notice the isobars, the lines of equal pressure here, a little bit closer together Thursday afternoon. And we'll have an area of low pressure up here Thursday afternoon with a cold front back here. And by the end of the day Thursday, we're talking, towards sunset, we could be dealing with a couple of snow showers into Thursday night. Now, this may be enough to coat the ground in spots late Thursday night. And then here's the map for Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. We've got low pressure up here, our front in through here, and lots of what we call cyclonic flow around our low pressure system, and that's heading over the Great Lakes, except for Lake Erie. Most of the Great Lakes do not have a tremendous amount of ice on them yet. And so, a little lake enhancement of snow on Friday, snow shower activity scattered around. Again, this isn't going to do much more than coat the ground in spots. Talk about the weekend. Saturday, we've got another fast little system out here moving through, and this will kind of just pivot through the lower Ohio Valley and might bring us another little coating of snow maybe towards the end of the day Saturday into Saturday night. It's going to be cold Saturday. That's going to be our coldest day overall. And then another little clipper system, this one a little farther north, but again, this one could bring us another round of snow showers on Sunday. So the bottom line here is this is a real nickel and dime kind of a pattern. No big storms. We're not looking at a big snow accumulation anytime soon. But every day or every other day, another little fast-moving system comes down in that northwesterly flow coming out of Canada through the Great Lakes, brings us clouds, brings us maybe just a touch of snow, but that will about do it. All right, let's talk temperatures and the overall pattern for next week. We're going to talk about the long range now. We're going to start this with this Friday, so kind of the medium range to start. And the overall pattern, big ridge in the west and big trough in the east. And with this kind of a jet stream configuration, look for warm and dry weather out west. But with this northwesterly flow in the weather pattern, again, that's one of the reasons why we're getting these, kind of little systems, weak systems coming down out of Canada. They're moisture starved. They really don't have much moisture to deal with, to work with, that is. So that's the pattern at the end of the week. Chilly, but no big storms. Next week, the pattern's a little bit flatter. Notice the ridge out west is not quite as strong, and the northwesterly flow into the east is not quite as pronounced or strong. So a little moderating trend for the second half of the weekend and Monday. Maybe we're close to freezing after a pretty cold Saturday. But then after that, and we're talking about now a week from now and into the latter half of next week, this looks like a pretty cold pattern again. The ridge out west strengthens, the trough of low pressure in the east deepens, and the floodgates will be wide open to more Arctic air to come down. This won't be as severe as the cold snap we had a week ago, but I think on the table for a couple of days next week will be a couple of days where highs will struggle to reach 20. Overnight lows, if we get a clear sky especially, might get down to around 0. So again, this is towards the 22nd, 23rd, a week or so from now. Looks like a pretty cold pattern for the tail end of next week. All right, so that's Weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday. Thanks again for tuning in, and thank you for tuning in to my forecast tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11. I'll see you on the TV side then.